To you tonight, I'm Marnie Hughes. The hunt is on right now for another dangerous fugitive who escaped prison. This time it happened in Oregon, just days before the highly publicized prison escape in Alabama that, as you know, captured the nation's attention. Here is what we know at this hour. U.S. Marshals are looking for this man. His name is Andrew Kristovich. He walked away from a corrections facility in late April, and since his escape, he is already accused of committing even more crimes. In just a moment, I'm going to be speaking with a member of the U.S. Marshals Office who is on this case as we speak. But first, correspondent Tom Negevin joining us live tonight with what we know about this fugitive. Tom.
Yeah, Marnie, it was just 5 days before Casey and Vicky White got away that Kristovich escaped from that prison, a federal prison in Oregon. Now, nothing brazen about the way he did it, but it's what happened after that that has police agencies on edge, on alert across the country and eager to recapture a felon who, quite literally, just walked away.
18 days on the run. 38-year-old Andrew Cain Kristovich left the Sheridan, Oregon federal minimum security camp more than 2 weeks ago. According to his ex-girlfriend, he messaged her using a smuggled cell phone, saying he was being released early and wanted to be picked up. When she refused, Kristovich threatened her and her children. That's when she says she agreed to come get him near the prison and bring him back to her apartment 2 hours away in Clark County, Washington. Once there, she says, he terrorized her for hours, raping and choking her. He stole her debit card, cell phone, and car, and left, ditching the car along the way. The ex-girlfriend and her children are now in hiding because of what she's told police. If captured, Kristovich now faces a long list of new charges likely to be tacked on to his original 2018 sentence of 5 years. Residents near the prison say they weren't told anyone broke out. This man not showing his face because he's scared.
If you hold prison or people there, you're supposed to make sure they're secure. They're not getting out. And we should have known what happened, though. If somebody broke out of prison and did all this stuff, raped somebody.
If authorities are right, that man is safe, and Kristovich is far away in Snohomish County, Washington, more than an hour northwest of Seattle, where he has ties. Authorities think someone there is helping him hotel surf, change locations often. He's considered armed and dangerous, believed to have new weapons, and has made statements he will not be returning to custody. That's why the U.S. Marshals Service has released these photos, hoping someone tips them off before he can hurt anyone else. Aside from his description seen on the screen, his former girlfriend says he's heavier than these pictures. She says he looked puffy, his face very red.
That was back in 2018, Marty, that Kristovich was arrested and charged with drug manufacturing and manufacturing ghost AK-47s. Now, most people know what those are. That's a Kalashnikov, a Russian-made assault rifle. And you're probably wondering right about now, Marty, given those charges, how he wound up in a federal minimum security camp. Well, we're told the reason was he was a first-time offender.
Boy, little consolation to the public tonight. Tom Negevin live in New York. Tom, thank you. All right, let's stay on this. I want to bring in Deputy U.S. Marshal Christopher Tomeo with the Pacific Northwest Violent Offender Task Force. So you guys have your work cut out for you, Deputy. This guy is armed and dangerous. Where's your focus right now?
Our focus is honestly just trying to find him as soon as possible. We're working pretty hard right now. We have plenty of people dedicating some resources and time for this, just to keep the public safe. What
type of weapons do you think he might have at this point?
We don't know for sure, but based on his history, as you said, it is likely that he armed himself and may have, handgun or rifle.
You guys do this all the time, so it's something you're accustomed to. But when you've got a guy who says publicly, "I'm not going to be returning to custody," how do you approach it differently?
Yeah, unfortunately, we deal with this a lot. Most people say that. Sometimes they mean it, sometimes they don't. In this case, and most of them, we treat them the same. If that's what they want to say, we have to take it seriously and treat as if they're going to, go out fighting and not want to go back to prison. So we take it pretty serious.
It's troubling that he was able to walk away, one, from this minimal security prison, but now he's accused of assault and rape. So he is violent, he's dangerous. After this all happened after his escape. So tell us more about the risk to the public and sort of his rap sheet that you're going off tonight.
Yeah, so, his initial charges, it was kind of briefly said, but, he was serving 5-year sentence for in prison for cartel-linked gun charges, as well as drugs. So, he's got a little bit of history on the Fed side, and then on the local side, some theft, drug charges. So he's got some pretty decent history, but this is his first time on the Fed side. So that's why he was put into a, low or medium security prison.
Tom indicated he is probably getting some help from the outside. Tell us more about what you guys have learned, where he may be headed, and who may be helping him.
Well, the investigation's still ongoing, but he does have ties in Washington and some in Oregon, but as well as Alaska. So the U.S. Marshals Pacific Northwest Violent Offender Task Force, we're leading the investigation right now. That task force consists of both districts of Oregon, Western and Eastern Washington, as well as Alaska. So most of the area that he is familiar with or has family in, we're covering that pretty closely. As well as having the additional multiple federal, state, and local law enforcement partners assisting in this. And we often go after these homicide, assault, sex crimes, failure to register as a sex offender, firearm violations, and federal probation violations. So this is pretty common for us, and this is something that we're used to going after. So even if he goes outside of one of those states, we reach out to our other task forces within the Marshal Service, and they will just as quickly get on top of it and assist us to look for him in whatever state he happens to go to.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't.
So right now,
he doesn't get too far. Yeah.
What's that?
I said, hopefully he doesn't get too far. You guys are on his tail. We're looking at some pictures, Deputy, of some of the tattoos he has on him. What else should the public be looking for? Do you have a vehicle that you want to throw out there tonight for people to keep an eye out for?
We don't have a vehicle right now that we can associate to him, but again, he does have pretty significant tattoos. It's pretty difficult to hide those on the hand. The sacrifice and focus. So most people don't cover their hands, and if they do with gloves, it's a little bit different. So, and again, part of the thing, he's gained some weight. Initially, he was listed as 180 pounds, and now he's 200 pounds or so. He's thickened up just a little bit from those pictures that you see.
All right, we'll keep those pictures up. Real quick before I let you go, Deputy, what's the biggest mistake in your experience that fugitives make that end up getting them caught?
Well, a lot of people end up going, they want to help talk to friends, family. It's hard to go on the run on your own. So, basically at this point, we're not going to leave any stone unturned. We're going to shrink down his world, make it really tight so he doesn't feel comfortable talking to any family, any friends, really make it difficult for him to ask for help. And, eventually before he even knows it, he's going to be captured.
And your message to the public tonight?
The message would be, he is dangerous, consider him armed and dangerous. If you have any idea where he's at and his whereabouts, contact 911, or you can send an anonymous tip through the U.S. Marshals tip app, which can be accessed from our homepage at www.usmarshals.gov, and you can anonymously send information there.
Well, my best to you, Deputy, and to your team as you track this guy down, armed and dangerous. U.S. Marshal Christopher Tomeo, thank you for your time tonight. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And a reminder to the public again, if you see Andrew Kristovich, we've been showing you his picture, call 911, specifically in the Oregon and Washington area. But he has been missing and on the run since April 25th. So at this point, he could be anywhere. Be on the lookout tonight. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.